Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the transition from high school band camp into college band camp. And we're going to talk about how to physically prepare, how to mentally prepare, and a little bit about like the transition from high school right into band. I also want to start by telling you a little bit about my band experience so you kind of know where we come from, because I want you to keep in mind that everyone's experience is going to be different. So, right now I'm in the color guard. The color guard's experience is going to be a lot different from the rest of the band's experience. So I started actual marching band in 9th grade. I was marching clarinet my freshman and sophomore year. Junior year, I switched to color guard, so I did that junior and senior year. Now I'm in college. I'm going into my junior year of college. I've been spinning flag all through college thus far, and I'm actually captain now of Towson University's color guard. So that's a little bit about my progression. I also want to note that there are different styles of marching band, especially in college. There are like showy bands such as WVU and Ohio State. And then there's bands that are more modeled after drum corps. So that's kind of like Towson and Westchester University and kind of places like that. So they're different, you'll probably have different feels in the band, and the whole experience will be totally, I don't want to say 100% different, but they'll be really different. Also, I did ask a lot of my friends who are in band, things that they wish they knew before band camp and what the transition and experience was like for them. And I asked people who were from Towson, so a DCI styled band, and I asked people who were from WVU, who are the showy type band. First, we're going to start off how to physically get ready for band camp. Start drinking water now, no matter what day you're watching this. I don't care if it's like months in advance or like 2 days before. Start drinking water. My coach told us to drink half of our body weight in ounces every day. I'm sure other coaches will tell you different things, but if you decide to follow that, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, you would drink 75 ounces a day. So I don't feel like you have to do that extreme this early. Maybe like within the weeks before, but like months before, I don't think you need to be drinking that water unless you are working out every single day, in which case drink a lot of water. A couple weeks before band camp, only drink water. Don't drink anything but water. Going along with that, make sure that you are eating a nutritious diet. And I'm not telling you to not eat junk food, but make sure that you are also adding in more nutritious food. Eat a lot of vegetables, eat a lot of green vegetables. Make sure you're getting enough micronutrients, so make sure you're getting all of your vitamins and minerals that you need. Of course, making sure you're getting enough fat, carbs, and protein. Make sure all of that is on your list, and make sure you're watching it and taking care of it, because if your body is not, if it's malnutritioned in any area, you are going to feel sluggish and you're going to feel dragged down. I also recommend to start working out now. Especially, months before. It's really good to start conditioning and training your body, especially if you are in the color guard, because, during band camp on color guard days, it's non-stop moving. Like, I know at least with the band, we have morning block, which is sectionals, so they kind of do basic drill they don't really do a lot of drill, but they do like marching drill. Marching basics, not drill. They do marching basics, and then we're doing flag choreography or rifle choreography or saber, whatever you're doing. And then afternoon block, they're in the concert hall practicing, so they're sitting in an AC building. We're in the dance studio, so we're dancing and moving and everything. And then evening block is ensemble block, so everyone's marching and moving together. So especially if you're in the color guard, you are not going to stop moving, really. Just start training now, start conditioning now, even if it's just like every day, do like a 10-minute jog, do a couple push-ups. Honestly, that's way better than nothing. Anything is better than nothing. Even if you're just going on a walk every day, that's better than nothing. But yeah, I definitely get your body moving, get your muscles working, just start conditioning now. It'll make the transition from high school to college marching band much easier. Also, just kind of a quick side note, just to kind of emphasize how much all these other points I've mentioned are so important, it can get really, really hot during band camp, especially if you are in a southern university, which I'm not really in a southern university, but if you're like, going to school in Texas or Florida or something like that, it can get really hot. So you are gonna want to be drinking water, and you're gonna want to eat healthy, and you're gonna want to be conditioned, because it can get rough out there. Just overall making sure you're taking care of your body. Be aware of what you're putting in it. Make sure you're putting the right things in it. Even if you're putting, wrong things in your body, just make sure that you are combating it with the right things. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. Your body is going to be working throughout the entire week, so just make sure you're taking care of it. Listen to it. If you're craving some kind of food, think about what's in that food that you might be craving. Like if you're craving something junk foody, you might just be craving a lot of calories because you're going to be burning a lot of calories. So when you eat, if that happens to you, make sure you're eating calorically dense food. Now we're going to move on to how to mentally prepare for college band camp and kind of the transition to it. So there's two types of transitions if you are a freshman that you are going to be dealing with. You're going to be dealing with the transition from living at home to living at college. And I'm not going to deal with that, talk about that transition in this video. If you'd like to see a separate video on that, let me know because I can do it. But what we are going to focus on this is the actual transition from band to band. This first thing I want to talk about, I actually got a lot of mixed results about when I was asking people, my friends, like questions, and I was getting mixed results from both bands that I was talking to. But some people said that college band camp was a lot harder than they expected, and some people thought it was a lot easier than they expected. I think the best thing to do is get in touch with your captains or your section leaders, or even if you're drum majors, depending on how big your band is. Get in touch with someone like that and ask for their experiences and ask how you should prepare and stuff like that and what to expect. I know at least at Towson, as a captain, we are expected to reach out to all of our prospective members over the summer and talk to them, and they reached out to me when I was a freshman, so if your school doesn't have something like that, go ahead and reach out to them. Okay, so this next one, I actually got a lot of people telling me that I should mention this in the video, so I guess I'm going to. Something to keep in mind is that even if you were a section leader or drum major in high school, that doesn't matter. Nobody cares that you were section leader. If you were in drum corps, that is pretty cool, but you still need to know that you are still coming in as a freshman or a transfer. You're coming in as a rookie, basically. So, you know, you were on the same level as everyone else who wasn't section leader and wasn't drum major. Just because you were a drum major in high school does not mean that you are above a junior or a third year in this new marching band that you'll be a part of. It's also important to keep in mind, this one's kind of more sad. That other one was harsh. This one's just kind of sad. Know that where you're going, you're going to be in a place where so many different levels of talent are flowing in. So you may have been the best in your marching band. You may have been the best performer in your section, and then you come to college and there might be other freshmen coming in who are way better than you. And that is kind of sad, but it does kind of depend on where you come from, and it's a whole privilege thing, and it can be sad, but it's the truth. Just because you were really good somewhere else does not necessarily mean you're going to be really good in this new place. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get better. One thing I'm going to point this out now. So, where I went to school, color guard was not super well taken care of. No, we were not nothing. Like, we had a color guard. We didn't have a director, or we didn't really have a color guard teacher. We taught ourselves pretty much a lot of things. We were a bit modeled after WVU because people who went to WVU would come back and teach us. So they helped us during band camp, but then after that we were kind of on our own. I'm rambling a little bit. But basically what I'm saying is my color guard, I didn't learn as much from them as I could have, and then I came to Towson, and other people from New Jersey and Maryland and Pennsylvania were so good compared to me. And I felt not defeated. I don't know, there was a second where I felt kind of defeated, but it was sad because I was really good back in high school, and then I came here and I was like, I'm not nearly at the level of these other people. But honestly, I worked hard. I worked really hard. I practiced a lot, and now I'm literally captain. So, I mean, that just really goes to show the progression that you can make. So no matter where you're from, like, you can still work your way up there. It's totally possible no matter where you're from. Just keep in mind that you might have to go through that kind of transition. Going off on a little bit back to my experience, I didn't find band camp harder than I expected. What I did find harder than I expected was the summer rehearsals. I don't know if every college band does this, but we all had summer rehearsals. There were like 3 throughout the summer. And the first one I went to, I was like so excited. I was like, this is cool. And it was way, way harder than I thought. I, like, kind of in the middle, near the endish of the day, I was legitimately questioning if I could even do this. Like, I was like, I don't know if I'm built for this. I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I'm good enough for this. And honestly, the thing I told myself that kept me going was I looked at everyone else and I was like, if these people can do it, I can do it too. Like, there's no reason that these people are better than me. Like, I have the capability of matching them. Like, there was no reason I couldn't do it. So just really, if you're feeling down, just know that you can do it. It takes a lot of work sometimes, but know that it's totally possible. Like, there's no reason that you can't do it. So while band camp is the time for a lot of hard work and it's time to learn a show and stuff like that, it is also time to be making a lot of new friends, especially if you are a new person coming in, such as a new transfer or a freshman. So I was told a lot when I was asking people, what should I mention in my video, to really kind of, in a way, go out of your way to talk to people in your section and make friends. And then I got other comments telling me to tell you guys to also go out of your way to talk to people outside of your section. So I think the big picture here is go out of your way to talk to people in the band, especially. You know, these people do kind of become your family or your community. Like, I mean, you are in a band community, so it's part of your identity in the university that you're in. I know at Towson we wear these band necklaces, and that tells everyone around you that you're in the band. Like, people who are not in the band recognize what the necklaces are. So it just shows them that we're a part of this community. So we all represent each other. So, you know, it's important to get to know each other. It's important to make friends. And depending on how big your band is, you're not going to meet everyone and you're not going to learn everybody's name, probably. I know my freshman year in the color guard, we had 10 freshmen come in. We all had our little group chat, and I remember during band camp, I invited people over to my dorm during one of our breaks, and we had a little pizza party. So just really kind of go out of your way to make friends. I would say especially the new people coming in, because you guys are all trying to make friends, so, you know, keep that in mind. All right, that's the last thing that I had to talk about. If you guys have any other questions, like specific questions that I didn't talk about in this video, leave in comments down below. Any questions about band camp, anything like that, I can answer them. Or if there's any other kind of video you want to see, leave it down below. I can make any kind of college video, any kind of marching band video, any kind of color guard video. I can even do videos about being vegan in college, traveling with the band while you're vegan. That's an interesting one. But yeah, so any kind of videos you guys want to see, just leave it down below. Any questions, leave it down below. Also, make sure to check out my social medias. I post a lot on Instagram and I post a lot on Snapchat, so those will be in the description box. Check those out. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up so I know, and I know to make more marching band type videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I get really excited every time I get a new subscriber. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and that's it. So until tomorrow, remember to inspire others, do good things, and be happy.